With President Trump's consent, I released the following health information. Vitals as follows. Age 71 years and 7 months at the time of the exam. Height 75 inches. Weight 239 pounds. Resting heart rate 68. In summary, the President's overall health is excellent. His cardiac performance during his physical exam was very good. He continues to enjoy the significant long-term cardiac and overall health benefits that come from a lifetime of abstinence from tobacco and alcohol. We discussed diet, exercise, and weight loss. He would benefit from a diet that is lower in fat and carbohydrates and from a routine exercise regimen. He has a history of elevated cholesterol and is currently on a low dose of Crestor. All clinical data indicates that the President is currently very healthy and that he will remain so for the duration of his presidency. He would like to lose over the next, I think a reasonable goal over the next year or so is to lose 10 to 15 pounds. We talked about diet and exercise a lot. He's more enthusiastic about the diet part than the exercise part, but we're going to do both. I've got to know him pretty well, and I had absolutely no concerns about his cognitive ability or his neurological function. So I was not going to do a cognitive exam. I had no intention of doing one. The reason that we did the cognitive assessment is plain and simple because the President asked me to do it. We picked one of the ones that was a little bit more involved. It was longer. It was the more difficult one of all of them. It took significantly longer to complete, but the President did exceedingly well on it. So that was not driven at all by any clinical concerns I have. It was driven by the President's wishes, and he did well on it. The fact that the President got 30 out of 30 on that exam, I think that there's no indication whatsoever that he has any cognitive issues. And on a day-to-day basis, like I said before, it's been in my experience that the President, he's very sharp, and he's very articulate when he speaks to me, and I've never known him to repeat himself, around me. He says what he's got to say, and he speaks his mind based on my exam, and the cognitive testing that we did, and just my day-to-day interactions with the President. The President is mentally very sharp, very intact. And
he is fit for duty.
Absolutely, he's fit for duty. I think he will remain fit for duty for the remainder of this term and even for the remainder of another term if he's elected.
Can you explain to me how a guy who eats McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicks and all those Diet Cokes and who never exercises is in as good a shape as you say he's in?
It's called genetics. I don't know. It's some people have just great genes. I told the President that if he had a healthier diet over the last 20 years, he might live to be 200 years old. I don't know. I mean, he has incredible genes. I just assume he doesn't sleep much. I mean, I would say that this is just my guess based on being around him. I didn't ask him this question, so I could be wrong on this. But I would say he sleeps 4 to 5 hours a night, I think he's probably been that way his whole life. That's probably one of the reasons why he's been successful. I don't know, because me personally, I need a lot more sleep than that. But he's just one of those people, I think, that just does not require a lot of sleep.